Hey guys, welcome in. Mystery tackle box day today. We're going to jump into that here in just a second, but I want to make sure you guys catch this before we get too deep in the video. Little bonus coverage for you after my wrap up, after our summary. So stick around to the end. I think you'll like the surprise. Thanks. What's up guys? Welcome into another edition of the Dabbling Angler. Steve Unger with you. Thanks for jumping in. Today is a hot one. I think you can kind of probably already tell. We've got our June mystery tackle box. I know we're pretty close to when we did our May, but I guess that May box, you know, it took a trip around the central United States, so it was a little late getting here, but I want to go ahead and jump into the June box. We're at a familiar farm pond here. I'm going to try to fish a little bit with some of these, or hopefully all of it, you know, before we get out of here today. But wanted to jump into it, so let's just go ahead and get right in. A little warm to kind of be wasting too much time out there. So I've got our what's inside here. We're gonna start with a Westin spot on. I believe this is a, yeah, it's a walking bait. It's a walker. It says floating 10 centimeters, which works out to about 4 inches, and it's a 1/2 ounce. So we've got a little spot here on this pond, a little spot on this lake where we're going to be in the shade and there's some cover. So I think we're going to wait till we get down there before we throw this guy. Next in the box is our Thunderhawk Mousehead grass jig. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to get out of frame here for a second. This is really cool. That jig actually, the head does actually look like a mouse. So we have our white Chartreuse. This is a 1/4 ounce. Looks like it's got a pretty nice weed guard there. Kind of like that color. And this is a great pond for that. There is a ton of grass in this pond. And I've been able to fish kind of over it and maybe just kind of through it. Real interested to see what this is gonna do in that grass. Certainly we're going to have to put a trailer on it, and I'm guessing there's probably something in here that we can use as a trailer. Harmony hooks again. Again, can't have too many hooks. We've got some big bite baits. I'm not sure which this one is. Let's see here. It is the real deal Craw. So that certainly, let's go ahead and yank one of these out of here real quick. So it's got a little blue flake to it. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. And got some pretty big claws here, so that should provide a lot of movement. You know, we may go ahead and just use that as a trailer on this Thunderhawk. I was kind of thinking that we might use the that Kalen's tickle tail that we had so much luck with, but since this is in the box, I'm going to go ahead and use this guy as a trailer. And then finally in here, we've got some Bruiser baits. It's their diamond tail. So it's a green pumpkin. So we've got a, let's see here, I'm gonna guess that's about 6 inches. I'm gonna assume this is about a 6-inch worm. Yep, seems to be. And with that diamond tail, again, I'm going to go shaky head as far as a rigging. I guess we could probably also do drop shot, but for today, I already have a shaky head tied on, so I think we're going to use that. So just as a recap, as far as what we have in the box, and I think we are going to get to use all of this today, we've got our walker from Westin. They're spot on, and they're calling this floating ghost hunter. That's a really cool looking color. We'll take a little closer look at it when we get it out of the box to fish it. We've got that jig, this swim jig here, and we're sitting on a 1/4 ounce white Chartreuse. We are going to put that with our big bite baits, with our real deal Craw. We're gonna tie that on as a trailer, and then our Harmony hooks, and then of course that Bruiser baits, that worm, that diamond tail, and we're going to go ahead and rig that up shaky head. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up. I'm going to get this, I think we're going to fish with that jig first since we're in this spot, and then we'll go, we'll look at the, we'll look at that walker as we get a little further down, and as that shaky head as we get a little further down. Be back with you in just a second. All right guys, I've got our jig on, and this thing looks pretty sharp. Kind of like the way it looks, like that weed guard up there. That weed guard is really out of the way. A lot of times you see these weed guards really close to the hook. This is really out of the way, and I really like that color. That skirt has a lot of movement to it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put on, let's go ahead and get one of these guys on. All right guys, so we got this on. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this guy out here. We're not gonna spend all day with it, you know, maybe 10 casts or so. Just want to kind of flip it around, get a feel for it. So we're gonna put you guys out here. Hopefully it doesn't get super windy. Guys, there's a carp in there that I swear is this long. It's got huge scales on it. Swam right by my bait. All right guys, I really like the way that this cuts through the grass and swims pretty good. There's a ton of action with these appendages, with these claws. You know, the skirt does look really good. I can feel this nose kind of get through the grass there. Hopefully you can see that. So certainly something that we're going to keep fishing with. Plenty of the little farm ponds that I fish on have all kinds of grass. So I think this is going to be one of those that we keep tied on for a while, and hopefully we'll catch a big one out of some of these clumps of grass. So I think next what we're going to do is we are going to move on to our I think we're going to move on to that walking bait from Westin. So I'm going to go ahead and get that tied on and be right back with you guys. All right guys, so now I've got our Westin spot on, and it's a walking bait. It's got that ghost color to it. It's got a little chartreuse on it, a little yellow on the bottom there, kind of nice. It's a 1/2 ounce bait, and it's got, you can get that a little rattle to it. I think that's going to make it a little easier to throw too. So I'm going to turn the camera this way, I don't think to my left is probably the right place to go just now. That that's dead in the sun. But I've got a lot of shade over here, so I think I'm going to turn us around just a little bit and try to get us that angle, and hopefully we're going to catch a nice big blow up. That would make my day. Hopefully that was picking that up, guys. This has got a great walk to it. I mean, it's really moving side to side quite a bit until it gets caught up in some grass, and then it just starts going straight. So these treble hooks are going to catch some of that grass, but I really love the way this thing moves. Holy cow, guys, that thing moves a ton side to side. I am going to throw a couple casts this way, and I think I am going to do a couple just out into open water just to see. So maybe just a couple of casts this way. There's a little runoff here, and I'm wondering if we don't have any little bait fish and something that are ganging up over there that some bass may be keying on. I did get a little bite with that jig, so I'm hoping. I thought it may have been a crappie, but maybe it was a little bass. Oh, did you see that? Two. Well, guys, there's something over there, because that's 2 blow-ups on this. Try them again. Gotta get that. Man, 3 times after this thing. That is pretty awesome. All right. I don't want you to stick me. All right, guys, little baby largemouth. Get a little picture of this guy. All right, guys, we're gonna let this guy back in, and maybe he's got a bigger brother or a big sister. Oh, I really didn't think that was gonna be the right spot for topwater today. So that shows you how much I know. But I do know that I got bit twice over there on that swim jig, so maybe there's something to it. Let's try it again. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw one more cast out, kind of open water, just to see if we might find something. We might find a bigger one out here. All right, guys, one more cast with this one. We're gonna go to that Bruiser baits and we're gonna get the heck out of here. I lied. All right, guys, so this guy, again, that's another one I think we're gonna keep on for a little bit. I'm gonna try to get out early tomorrow and maybe get some top water done. And this guy, I mean, I love the way that this moves from side to side. And really never fished with the walking bait before until today. Watched plenty of videos, and the one thing that I didn't realize is how subtle you have to be on the twitch. So really keeping that twitch subtle made that move even more. So enough talking for now. Shaky head, get that on. I've already got the head on. I just need to put the bait on. Then we're gonna get out of here, get cleaned up, and we'll do a real quick wrap up once we get that done. So on to the shaky head. All right, guys, so now we've got our shaky head on and got our Bruiser baits, and this is that diamond tail. So I've got it rigged up. I'm trying to keep it as weedless as possible. This tail is supposed to hang up in the air, and I really like the way that looks. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm only gonna do just a couple of casts over here, but I am gonna walk down to that area where the spring leads in to this pond. There's a little less grass over there, and I mean there's still plenty of cover, but it's less of this grass that this is going to get hung up in. So I'm just going to throw a couple of casts. I'm going to throw one that way, one straight out, one back to our right, and then we're going to do a couple of casts down by the spring, and then we're going to get the heck out of here. All right, guys, we're just gonna go for a real quick little walk down this way, and we're gonna try to get where the spring, there's a spring at the top of the hill, and it feeds down into this pond. And we're gonna, I've seen some fish swimming in here. Caught a couple small ones over in this area. There's something just shot off. So, we got a little shady spot here. We may try that too. But really what I want to try to do is I really want to kind of try to pitch in through here a couple of times. All right, guys, we had a small bite, so we're going to try that one more time. Oh no! Oh, let's see if we can get this guy. Come here, buddy. All right. There we go. Little bitty guy again. But he hit that shaky head, he hit that diamond tail. He really liked it. I think that was the one that hit it before. So let's get a real quick pick on him. All right, guys, I'd say that that's successful. All right, guys, that's it for today. I got some stuff that I need to clean up here and then get cleaned up myself, and then we'll do a little recap and let you guys know what I think about this month's box. See you in a bit. Hey guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a ton of fun. So back at the house, and just kind of wanted to recap a little bit. So as far as the box goes this month, we had a few kind of different things in there. Maybe some things, at least one thing for sure that I'm not used to fishing with. We got our top walker. That's that Westin. I kind of tore the box apart a little bit, but floating ghost hunter is that color. So I want to make sure you guys see that. I had never fished with the walking bait before, and I got to tell you, it was a blast. So this guy, huge movements in the water. I mean, that is a 4-inch bait. I believe that's what they say it is. And that's, I think it's on the back here. No, it's an ounce. But I want to say, if I remember correctly, 10 centimeters, and I assume that works out to about 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches and a half ounce. So larger bait. The one thing I noticed fishing that is, it's so much different than a jerk bait. A jerk bait, you kind of real hard twitches. That was more subtle action. The more subtle my twitch was, the more that it moved, the more that it darted. And hopefully we picked up, there were 3 blow-ups on that. I gotta believe it was all the same fish. Missed it the first 2 times. Well, I think he missed it the first time. I missed it the second time, and then I told myself to be a little more patient and let him take it, and ended up getting him the 3rd time. So totally impressed with that bait. Can't wait to get out with that again. Next on the list, Thunderhawk Mousehead grass jig. I could really feel that working through, and here on the back, white Chartreuse is the color. I really felt that working through the weeds. I went ahead and tied on this Big Bite Baits as a trailer. If I had to do it all over again, I probably would have picked a different trailer, more of a swim bait trailer. and I think we'll probably go ahead and do that the next time that we get it out. But that does get me to my next one. That's the Big Bite Baits, the Real Deal Craw. You know, these appendages are awesome. I mean, there's a ton of movement in these claws. You know, it's got that that bite juice in it. Nice thick bait. Real slippery. Had a tough time rigging it, but you know, was finally able to get it on. Yeah, I think that's probably more Texas rigged, you know, maybe with a weight pegged. You know, maybe that's a better presentation for that than as a trailer on that swim jig. But, you know, I was just trying things out today. You know, not too concerned about it. We can make adjustments down the line. Next, we got our Bruiser baits, and I think this is, yeah, the Diamond Tail and the Green Pumpkin. Got a couple bites on this. I rigged it on the shaky head, but you know, you see this flat bottom here. It kind of makes me think that a drop shot wouldn't be a bad idea, and I bet you that tail sticks up a little bit even on the drop shot. Maybe if somebody from Bruiser Baits, if you guys see this video, if you want to comment in the comments. I know last month, you know, the guys from oh, now they're gonna kill me, Fishui Lures, on that Dogger Pup, they responded on the comments on the video and were adamant about shaky head, and I tried it out and got a huge bite. So you know, that again, Bruiser Baits, I don't get a ton from them, but everything that I've used has worked. So highly recommend it, and certainly gonna keep that as part of my arsenal. And then again, we've got some more hooks from Harmony. As far as other things in the box this month, some more tips, flipping and pitching. On the video, you know, I made mention that I probably should have been flipping that one area. Article, Real Women That Fish. Little article about walleye, wading tips, and redfish, and just another little article, and then some kayak tips out here on the back. So always some good stuff in here. Little advertisement for Guggen, and I guess we've got some stickers so we can categorize our lures in our tackle boxes. So, you know, that is something that is key to is organizing things. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stick around if you can. Sorry, got a little. Stick around if you can. I got a little bonus coverage. After I put that shaky head down, I decided to pick up my. I decided to pick up that Kalen tickle tail that I have on my owner flashy spinner. And I think you guys might be a little surprised what you see with that catch. So stick around for that bonus coverage. Hit the thumbs up if you can. Subscribe if you can. And until next time, guys, I hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. All right, guys, we're going to do a little bonus coverage, a little bonus footage. I've got a little underspin at Flashy Swimmer tied on to this Kalen's tickle tail. A couple casts with that. We'll throw back the last month's box. How about that, guys? How about that for a crappie? That is a big one. Nice. Big old mouth. Man, oh man. All right, guys, there's our bonus coverage. Hope you guys stuck around to watch that. Take care. Thanks.